It ain't true. You ain't hosting,
There it is.
fool.
My bad. There it is.
How about that? Hey, Wendy. Hey, Q.
Oh.
Hey, Brian. What's going on, Caster?
Really?
We are back. Welcome back. It's Thursday. Happy New Year, everybody. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year. Happy New Year.
We got 3 guys, 3 ladies here tonight, all online.
Let's rock.
So we got a good topic for tonight. We were off for the entire month of December because people like doing holiday stuff. So we wanted to make sure we came back first of the year with a bang. Tamia, how are you?
I'm good. Hey, Lorie.
You looking good.
Thank you, gorgeous. You're looking good as well.
You were looking great for New Year's. Had all your New Year's popping. I like how you take the picture on the angle for that perfect picture.
You know how you got to do it.
I do. All right, so we got a topic for tonight that I thought was going to be really relevant. And last June, we actually started everything with Unleashed Live. So we're going to go at it, just be adults, have fun with it, and hopefully somebody can walk away with something that can say, damn it, I needed to hear that tonight. So tonight we're going to roll into the discussion of shut up and make a decision. So it's going to cover a whole bunch of so much things. So really quick, let's just see who's on tonight, just so we can say shout outs to everybody. Because last year we pretty much had a tight group of individuals that stayed on, and they should be popping on any old time. But ladies first, let's go and roll up. Angie, you were up first. Who are you, girl?
I am me, and me. Anyway, this is Angie, your entrepreneur in the kitchen. Loving being here for the new year, and hello, everyone.
Hello, everyone.
Hello.
Angie and I had met almost 2 years ago, helped her purchase her first condo. So she is a homeowner,
Awesome.
a kitchen entrepreneur, as she called it. Was that a kitchen entrepreneur?
Kitchen entrepreneur.
Mm-hmm.
Making it happen in and out of the kitchen.
She gets down. So Sunday she's making me brunch, which I'm going to appreciate and sit back and do and eat it all up. Thank you, love, for your appreciation for the food plate. Bless you. Tamia, what's up?
Absolutely. You're welcome.
I'm here.
I know you're here. Are you home?
Yeah, I'm home.
Okay, cool. All right, so Tamia's coming to us from downtown Woodbridge.
Woodbridge is correct.
Woodbridge, Virginia. All right. So we got to have a lady's perspective. Single. So all of us ladies are single on the line. All right, who else is on the line? Who saved Dan for last? RJ, are you eating? Can't talk?
Somebody's smacking.
Yeah, that's
Jabron.
Jabron. Say what's up,
They
Jabron.
say swaller.
A good ass sandwich.
What's up? Who are you, G? Welcome. Oh gosh. If y'all can see what I see on the line, it's crazy.
Where's one?
My name is Jabron Holmes. I am a biologist by degree, molecular biologist for 15 years, and currently I am doing sales, selling capital equipment to scientists that I once was.
Okay. Scientists in the building. You decent, RJ? Welcome, Jabron. Hello, Mr. Jackson. Hello. Can you hear us?
Yeah, 'cause we can't hear you.
Okay. You can't hear me? Okay.
No, we can hear you.
Dan, go ahead.
I am Dr. Dan, as they all call me. I am a author, a real estate investor, and a day trader. So
Awesome.
yeah. So
Awesome. So we'll get into a couple of books that have been published in 2016 and 17 for some of the folks on tonight. And for me, myself, for those that don't know me, I'm Lorie Woodruff, real estate agent in the Maryland and DC area, author and host of Lorie TV, bringing all this together. So a lot of relevant topics come up. not always about real estate, but they always pertain to us adults. So we are over 21, right?
Yep.
So a lot of things come up, and the reason why we started Unleashed Live was really just to start these topics to really just address male and female communication and things that we just go through on a daily basis. Mr. Jackson, are you decent?
I mean, he ain't naked.
Yeah, okay. Okay.
Yeah.
So whatever he's doing, he ain't ready. All right, so y'all ready for tonight? Those that are on Facebook Live on the feed, definitely if you have something to chime in, go to the page, and if you wanted to link in to get onto the Zoom conference so you can see the misfits online, you can see us and play with us. But at the same time, if you wanted to chime in and just say something, you can chime in and just give your opinions on thoughts. Cool? Cool. Everybody got their adult Thursday night beverage?
I just ran out. And there's more.
Yeah, but you just knocked out the taco, so I think you're good. You about to go to sleep soon. Hey, Keon.
Yeah.
All right, so shut up and make a decision. The decision-making process. You got a whole, okay. Ginger ale it is. Whatever your choice is. All right, guys, so the decision-making process is never easy, right? Never.
At all.
Never. Now, no matter how many times or tricks you got up your sleeve, you're bound to lose sleep over making a big decision or sometimes even a small decision. So it can cause stress. It can cause you to lose sleep. All of these things can help. Buying a house, leasing a house, getting married, getting a divorce, starting a business, ending a business, quitting your job. All of those things add to the stress. Even just deciding what damn movie you want to see sometimes. It's just simple. Hi, Miss Wendy.
Hi.
Hey, Wendy.
Hey.
So
Hi, guys.
glad you made it on, Sunshine. Feeling good?
Yeah, off school, so.
Good.
You're
All right,
absolutely.
so tonight we're going to go through 5 tricks to help you get through making a decision, okay? So we got everybody trying to help out with the decision-making process and just make it fun and make it light. So hopefully you can walk away with something to help. Because all of us, I'm sure, right now have some kind of decision that we have to make. We have to
Hold
make
on. What?
We have
Why
a
don't
decision
both
that
of
we
y'all have a hat on?
Okay.
Are y'all outside?
Nah, it's just cold in the house, so I just kept
It's
my
just
hat.
cold. It's just cold. So, all right, so we got 5 tricks to help you making a decision. Yeah, everybody got a hat on. Okay. Knuckleheads, y'all ready?
Incognito.
We ready. Let's go.
Go to my page so you can get the Zoom link off of the Unleashed post, and that's how you can get on. All right. All right, so number 1 is pretend like you are advising a friend. The best way to get through a decision is act like you are advising a friend. How many times do you have your opinion and you give it, and you're like, damn, that was some good advice. And would you actually take your own advice? What do y'all think about that?
That's kind of hard.
Okay. So just imagine I'm talking to Lorie. I got a decision I have to make. I'm thinking about starting a new business. All right. And I'm talking to myself. Y'all talk to yourself. Don't even act like you don't talk to yourself in the house, because I know I do it all the time.
As long as you don't answer yourself.
I do answer. I do. But it's okay because I'm in the comfort of my own home.
You're not alone, Lorie. It's all right.
Thank you very much. They act like they don't.
We all do it. Stop acting like y'all don't.
No.
We all do it.
Mother pluckers.
No, right?
Yeah.
So
So just act as if here's Lorie. Here's Lorie right here. So I'm talking to her. Lorie, you think it's a good idea to start a business? Yeah, I think it's a good idea. I think you can do it. That's what I'm talking about. So advise yourself as if you're talking to yourself.
Yeah, I get that. You know what I mean? But sometimes it's kind of hard for us to sometimes take our own advice. You know what I mean? When it comes down to things.
That's what I'm saying. You got to act like that, because you can always give Jabron advice, or he can always give you advice, but are you going to take your own advice?
And see,
Typically, no.
that's the thing. You know what I mean? Because a lot of times when we are advising somebody else, we're standing on the outside of their situation. We have no emotional attachment to it. So we don't really care, you know what I mean, one way or the other, because that decision has to be on them. They have to make that decision. But the very moment when the tables are turned and it's on you to make the decision, your emotions are typically all over the place.
You got to perform. Talk up a little bit more, Daniel.
Yeah, we got all.
And
We got
I'm
all.
thinking,
Hey, with your chest, boy.
Yeah. You got your sexy one tonight. Come on and talk with your chest out.
Not.
We got all the answers and all the advice for somebody else, but we can't implement some of those things in our own lives, you know.
That's what I'm talking about. So you got to remove all that BS that we typically do. And for the fact that you can say, all right, yeah, I think you can do it. I think you can do it. Take your own damn advice. That's what I mean.
Yeah.
Take your own advice more times than one. Hi, Kevin. Kevin has a scarf on, so y'all got the hat, scarf.
I guess the men don't believe in
Heat is working.
They ain't got them curls. They ain't got them curls no more.
Did y'all heat go out in the house?
Listen, we don't believe in heat. We
I
don't
know heat.
look. We believe in conserving money.
I see.
That's what it is.
We believe in being tough in this motherfucking environment.
All the ladies believe in it. The ladies don't have a damn hat on.
Yeah, I see the cleavage. We know.
It's hot up in here. It's hot.
What's wrong with you?
I cannot. Look.
All right. So, Angie,
And
question.
then-
Question for you.
yeah.
How many
Okay.
times have you given somebody else advice and you were like, yeah, that was pretty good advice. I should do the same thing,
No.
but you don't do it.
It happens a lot, but only because you have all of your information. But when they come to you with something, you don't have all the information. So you may actually be giving some really, really good advice, but they know what's up.
They
They know what's up.
know
You may
what's up.
not.
Right.
They know what's up.
They only know what's up.
So that's right.
Okay. So that leads into the second one where it says limit the amount of information you take in.
Mhm.
So a lot of times, let's say Tamia needed to get some advice on moving. Like she's moving to Virginia and she's like, well, Dan, what do you think about this house? Jabron, what do you think about this house? Like she's getting opinions from all these people, but she needs to make the decision, not them. So limit the amount of people that you talk to, especially if they're not qualified.
Yeah.
Especially
You
if
know,
they're not qualified
Yeah.
to even have that discussion.
One thing that I just kind of want to add, especially when you are in a relationship and you know you're going through hard times. You know what I mean? I remember going through my divorce, and I had too many people in my ear.
You have what?
I had too many people in my ear.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Somebody tell me one thing, another person tell me another thing, so on and so forth. So
Right.
I literally had to shut everybody down. You can't have too many people in your ear giving you advice about something that they don't know anything about.
Exactly. So
You
if
know?
you have got a decision you have to make, you've got to limit it because you already know kind of what you have to do.
Right.
But if you're talking to someone who's never been married, or definitely if you're getting a divorce, single people, they're not really the best ones to give you because they're just going to cloud your judgment even more.
Right.
Anybody else want to say something on that?
Lorie, this is difficult for me because I'm not a waffler. I don't really have a difficult time making decisions. I'm a pretty clear, pointed person. And normally when I give advice, it's pretty much do what you know you're gonna do. Don't ask me unless you really want my advice, because I'm pretty clear cut on how I view things. So I don't typically have issues making decisions about pretty much anything.
I know you're right to the point.
Yeah.
Tamia and I are like sisters with different mothers and fathers. We get right to the damn point. Like, it's all right if you, oh, I'm complaining, you know, I want to get my nails done, but I don't know. Then don't get your nails done.
Exactly.
Like, just do it. Do it or not.
Thank you.
Do it
That's
or
all.
not. Yeah.
Correct.
No waffling.
No waffling allowed. How do you spell that? I'm gonna put that one down. How do you spell that?
That's like no signifying.
What's that mean?
That's what Petey Green used to say.
What does that mean?
It means mind your own business. You can't be in my business. You need to stay mind your own business. No signifying. Don't be in my business.
Mm-hmm.
You
You know who Petey Green is?
Peter Green and all them.
That before her time, RJ. That before her time.
Is that the same? Is that like what they say now? Stay in your lane. Stay in your
He's
lane.
younger
This
than
is
me.
Petey Green's radio, bitches. Yeah, the show too. Taught your ass how to eat watermelon. He used to be that's a motherfucker though. God.
Thanks for the lesson. And I'm older than you, RJ, so I still don't know. I've heard of it.
She heard of it. She don't. Let me shut the hell up.
I heard of it. Y'all know I'm green, really, on the outside.
Green as fuck. Green.
All right, I like this one a whole lot. Number 3 is when you're trying to make a decision, do a spreadsheet and visualize it. Like the pros and cons. Make the pros and cons. Do y'all do that?
It all depends, right? It can. There's a friend of mine, actually to me his cousin, who used to say, if you're thinking long, you're thinking wrong. And making that spreadsheet probably gonna take you a day or two.
No, it's not.
Yeah, it is.
Pen
Let
to
me make a
paper.
right turn or a left turn, or let me do a spreadsheet. Sometimes some things just need to be like, hey, make a decision and go. And other things you have to sit back. It really
Everybody can't do that. Everybody can't do that so simple.
Yeah.
All right, so next time you're at a red light, you don't know if you want to make a right turn or a left turn.
You don't need to be driving if that's the case. Your life needs to be taken away.
But, you know, it's like, hey, what do you want to have for dinner? I don't know.
I don't know.
You know what I'm saying? Why? Go get this chicken and waffles.
We want Chipotle.
Chicken
I
waffles,
don't
but
know.
goddamn.
I'm talking about a big decision. Okay, so let's just say you and your wife are looking for a house, G. All right?
All right.
And y'all are in between Waldorf and you're in between, I don't know, Upper Marlboro.
Broad off.
Okay? We know what won, but I'm saying write it out as far as, all right, what's the pros and cons? Waldorf, boom. Upper Marlboro, boom.
Yeah, but I can see that. I can see that in one sense. But generally, there's already a direction that most people already want to go. Mm-hmm. So that broad of a zip code versus that zip code, that's a very broad thing. When people start getting to where I don't know which way to go, it's probably because they've already narrowed down those details and those broader things are out the way. Like, do we want a house with 16 windows to be replaced on the first floor? Or do we want a house that has, you know, just only 9 windows in the whole house?
I deal with it all the time. As a real estate agent, I deal with that all the time. So it could be between, okay, I like 123 Main Street. I like the driveway, but I didn't like the shared driveway.
Didn't like that pool in the basement either. But,
I didn't like this or that. So for like people who buy houses, I tell them do that. Map it out, do the pros and cons to each one because they overwhelm themselves. Right. They can't make that clear decision. It's their first time buying something big.
But also, again, and I can see weighing the pros and cons. I get that for sure. But again, sticking with the guns of you think long, you think wrong. And there was a saying, someone helped me out, when there's a hesitation or inactivity or procrastination is worse than.
Oh, procrastination leads to assassination.
Thank you, sir. That's right.
Thank you, Dr. Dan.
No problem. I'm here.
Cheers of a man.
I can't.
Okay. All right.
But
So
wouldn't you agree that that same thing you have to work out? It may be subtle things like, okay, the finances, how are they going to do this? So you have to write those things down. You have to list them somehow, whether you can list them on paper or you list them in your head.
Right.
I mean, that is the thought process.
Not in your
That's
head.
the thought process.
Well,
Sometimes
again,
you need to do that, but it needs to be on paper, not just in your head.
Right. It
Well,
has
just-
right.
well,
You
just-
have to list it somehow. So it's still a conscious thought,
well,
regardless of how long it may take some. It's still a conscious thought, and you're trying to think of particular things because you don't want that to come up later. And somebody's telling you, well, that can't be done because of this, and you go, why didn't I think of that? Because you didn't take the time to think about it.
You didn't.
You just were looking at the big picture.
in all honesty, when it comes to people making indecision, it really boils down to two things, or one of two things: fear or lack of confidence.
Yes.
Because if you take the same scenario of the house and the finances, before you even going out looking for that house, you're going to know if you got the finances or not.
You better get in the car with me. You better.
So, I mean, you know, and that's just one scenario. Again, that's a big chunk that should have already been decided on. It's the little details.
Yeah, but
Right.
sometimes people don't even have a plan in place.
Right. To even make the first step out the door.
Right. So,
Ooh, I got something for y'all for homework. It's gonna be good.
you know what I mean, will alleviate a lot of your fears.
Grade school.
Yes.
What?
Thursday school.
Wendy got too much homework now.
I'm sorry. This is
Yeah.
gonna be for you. Go ahead, Dan. I'm sorry. I shall not cut you off.
What happened?
You.
What I
You
say?
know,
Who you pointing at?
Daniel.
Okay.
Who's up?
You pointing at me. Okay.
I don't know.
You point.
God.
Anyway, all right. Either way, for those that cannot make decisions easily, write this shit down. Write it down.
Write the shit down.
Right. Get your pros, get your cons, whatever list is more heavy, bam, go with it. Deal?
Mm-hmm.
Tamia, see?
Deal.
Tamia got in me. Tamia got in me.
You know I'm already on it.
Right.
Yeah, to me, it's sending out emails with instructions about what people got to do.
Right.
The whole 9 yards.
Me and make sure you ain't gonna do no thinking. Like
Right.
you ain't making no decision. This is the way it is. You just need to decide to read.
I didn't get an email, so I'm okay.
Listen,
Uh.
all you got to do is decide
Just
what
wait.
to
Just
Y'all
wait.
just got a Marco Polo, didn't you?
Yes! Oh my God.
Woo-hoo! If y'all don't know about Marco Polo, get it.
Oh, that's the ish.
If you want your friends to find
You
out
will get 50 messages within less than an hour.
Yeah, y'all
in a
off the hook
matter
with
of
that.
seconds.
No, you're off the hook, Jabron. Don't give me that.
Y'all?
He off the hook.
Woo!
I have not erased
Marco
not
Polo in
one.
Spanish.
This group can go. I
¿Qué?
didn't know that Marco Polo,
¿Qué?
if you don't know.
Quiero Taco Bell.
No, yo no tengo Taco Bell.
Yeah.
No.
My phone and
Oh,
the message.
señorita,
A
¿cómo
message
está?
and a text message form.
Yo soy bien.
Found out how to do it on a group.
What is going on?
Cojones.
Talking to one another.
I don't know about all of that. They probably dropped already.
2 messages before I get out
I
of
mean,
bed.
I hope someone's at 40s.
Too much. Too much. Gotta
All right,
love you guys,
y'all
but I
talk.
can't.
Reel it back in, guys. Reel it back in. Let's do it.
I can't do it. Like before I even sit down at my desk, y'all busted off about 20 messages. I'm like, what the fuck do y'all do?
It's that guy at the bottom.
And
Y'all
18
miss
of
each
those
other that much.
messages was LeBron.
On my side, on top.
They're like,
Shoot.
God. Hey.
Did you know about this pill? Oh my God, it make it grow.
What you doing at your desk?
Looking cute. What about you?
That is freaking hilarious.
Where my little joint at?
I don't even know how you figured out how to do
Oh,
that.
hold on.
Oh, Lord. You going back and hear your stuff, man.
I got
Let's
Hogan.
bow our heads. Yes, let's
Put
bow
some
our
on your head. Them hoes coming to give you head. Hogan, it works.
So they're from Munch, nonetheless. It's hilarious.
Right.
Mm.
Y'all
Okay.
wild as
We
shit.
good.
I cannot.
All right, back to topic. Back
All
to
right.
Come on.
Hold up. I got
To the
to
top,
head
man.
off.
Reel it back, y'all.
So,
Y'all ready?
yeah.
Number 4, after you've written it out, you got your pros and cons. Number 4 is meditate on the outcome. That's why you got to take a look and forget your friends and family when they have opinions, and just meditate on what's about to happen, and just know, speak to God first, not your friends.
Indeed.
And let him meditate on that, because as you're sending prayers out, that's who you really need to be connecting with.
So let me ask you this. Let me just kind of play devil's advocate here.
Yo.
All right. So do you meditate on both sides of the outcome?
What is that?
You know what I'm saying? Whether it be a bad outcome or a positive outcome?
The decision that you want to make, you figure out and you visualize what that outcome will be. And you meditate on that. Because typically if you think, do you want to start a business? You know, yes or no.
Mm-hmm.
If you want to buy a house, fix your credit, start a relationship, you know your gut, what it tells you immediately, right?
Typically, yeah.
So go with that first and just meditate on that outcome.
Okay.
Go with it.
Lorie.
Baby.
Lorie, I want to do a caveat here. Some of us, and I'm not including myself, are way too deep thinkers. Daniel. And meditation.
Did I hear a buzz?
May be a downfall for some of those people.
I appreciate you, Bia.
Do you know what? All right, so break down. Meditation is simply listening to God's word.
Yeah, but if you're already in your own head, which a lot of people do,
Daniel.
Oh, well, God told me that, but it wasn't
Daniel.
You want God?
You said it wasn't what?
Their own shit.
It wasn't God. It was your own thoughts that was clouding, and you're not able to hear him all the time because you're already in your own head.
That's the problem that we have, is that we try to fix the situation most of the time. It's like, all right, I got to make these decisions. I got to make it. But you're like, wait a minute. I'm not in control. You're not in control.
Sometimes you got to just.
You got to give it to God first and say, you know what? I forgot you were in charge. You got this. Whatever the decision is that's on the table, let him know. He already knows. And then you wait. It could take 20 minutes for your decision to come. It could take 20 days. I don't know, but at least you give it to him and relax. I tried so many times to fix it, and I'm like, why am I getting all stressed out and I'm worried about it? Yeah, Lori's in my head. But then I'm like, wait a minute, how the hell am I trying to fix this? And then I give it to God, and I go on about my business. And then it fixes itself somehow.
You got to stand still.
Wait a minute.
That was for G.
Okay.
Sometimes you got to just stand still.
Yeah.
Right. So that's the whole point of this, is trying to just remind us that we're not in control of this decision-making process, that everything's going to be our decision. We have to give it to God and pray out and meditate in to just let that word just receive down. Kevin, what do you think?
Amen.
Church.
Let us bow our head.
Bow our heads.
I know you're good with that. I know you believe that wholeheartedly. All right. So that's a lesson, because we got to get out of our own head. Sip, sip, hooray. Sip, sip, hooray. September. This leads to number 5.
Mm-hmm.
September, there was a conference that Daniel, I went, my niece went, and it was the Eric Thomas Stay Ready event. And I had never seen Eric Thomas before. He's a motivational speaker.
Was that down in, yeah, I know about that one.
Did you go? Did you go?
Did I go?
Yeah.
No.
Would you?
So I had a decision that I had to make, and I had no idea was sitting on my shoulders all that time. And when I left out of there, his biggest, Eric Thomas, if you ever go on YouTube and Google him, he's like the hip hop preacher. He'll get in your ass. And for a lot of young people and people even our age, he gets to the point.
You don't need no one be going in my ass.
YouTube him.
He can go in mine. No matter.
Anyway, he's married. He's not going in anybody's ass.
Oh, then never mind.
Yeah.
So he
Wow.
So the fact that he basically
Kidding. Jesus.
Stop complaining. Stop talking about what you're going to do, and then just make a decision and do it. And I had a huge decision I had to make, and luckily I walked out of there just from basic words of just stop doubting yourself and just do it. And I made a decision at that point. So everybody has a decision, as I said from the top, that they got to make, small, big, no matter what it is. But you just got to
Lorie, don't you feel that what you just said was contradictory to what you said a couple minutes ago about doing
what?
this?
About
and
what?
Meditating and then thinking about it and then sending up prayers versus what you just said was
just do it.
Just do it like a shoe.
Just do it. The last thing was just do
it. It's not necessarily contradictory. I think I said that right. The reason why I say that is because faith without works is dead. You can pray, you know what I'm saying, for direction or what have you, but if you're just sitting still and not doing anything, God is not necessarily going to move you in a direction in which you need to go.
But that's all fine and dandy in a sense of if you have that belief system. There are many people who don't have that belief system. So then what? What happens to them when time for them to make a decision?
Okay. Still, I mean,
baby, we just gonna pray about it. We just gonna pray about it. We just gonna pray about it.
No,
you gotta get the moving. You got to get the moving behind that prayer.
Right. But the thing is, even though there are people who do not have the same belief systems, you know what I mean? Whether they're Buddhist, Hindu, you know what I'm saying, maybe atheist, whatever the case is, you still have to put your faith to work. Right. You have to put something into action in order for anything to take
it goes back to either lack of confidence for not making a decision or fear.
Okay. Either or, you're still making a decision and you have to move on that decision.
No, absolutely. If you make a decision and not move, that's the same as not making a decision.
That's still a decision. Okay.
Which is still a decision.
Exactly. I just had that conversation just now.
They're like in philosophy.
We all just gonna pray about it. How about that? We just all just gonna pray. Keep it moving.
Good luck with that, because that passive attitude will get you nowhere. Where if you just go sit back and just like, you know what, now the banks are coming and I haven't paid my mortgage in 6 months. I'm gonna just pray on it. You're not actively doing stuff. You haven't still made a decision on how you're going to get that done. Pray, yes, but you still just can't sit on the sofa and be like,
wait for it to come.
Because you can say it's fear, but every person has their own mechanism for making a decision. Some may be the divine intervention, some may be strategy. So because you said no to that opportunity or whatever you would call it, that means not right now. It does not mean that the fear immobilized you into not ever doing it. Maybe you're making a smart decision by saying not right now. True. So I don't believe that it is just those two separate situations. Sometimes that's smart. Just like when people keep having children, maybe if you would have said not right now, not right now, it doesn't mean that you're scared of having children, just not right now.
Annie said you're sitting outside if you sit on the couch thinking the bank is not ever going to come. Oh, foreclosure, they're coming. They coming for you. They coming for you. So these are helpful. Everybody is the way they address it. You know, like some people's personality is more passive. Some are more aggressive on how they make a decision. These are just some helpful ways because people have difficulties making a decision. So sometimes it could be one of these things. It could be, all right, maybe I need to sit down and be quiet and meditate. Maybe it could be writing the pros and cons to whatever I need to do. Whatever it is, stop talking to people that aren't relevant. Or just talk to yourself like I do. I talk to myself all the time. So I'm going to keep doing it. We're going to have a good chat. We're going to have good conversations together, Lorie, right? And yeah, so.
Ain't no better person to talk to than yourself.
I do like talking to myself. Don't y'all like talking to yourself?
Yeah, talk to myself a lot.
I'm too fucking crazy.
All the time.
Jabron has a couple people in his head he has conversations with.
No.
I talk to the millions of cells in my body. That's who I talk to.
Got a few. So anybody had to make a decision, and what did they do about it? Like, big decision. We getting in your gut now.
I mean, what's define big?
A big decision you had to make, and how did you get through it? I want to know. Inquiring Minds wants to know.
Get through what? I'm sorry.
How did you get through making a decision?
Just do it.
Just do it.
Just take the first step.
Okay.
A lot of times that's the biggest thing.
That's the biggest thing, yeah.
Once you take that first step, everything else becomes easier.
Yeah.
Yeah, but most people are afraid of taking that first step. It's like the fear of making that first step. A lot of people, that stops them to making the move that they need to make. And I'm talking from experience, because it was hard for me to make a decision, and I kept on holding back multiple times until I said, you know what, screw it, I need to get it done. Whatever happens, and the outcome will be for the better. So
you hit that rock bottom.
What's the worst that can happen? Like, whatever happens, you can undo it.
Yeah.
Well, unless you die.
Unless you die.
Gosh.
Hey, you said the worst.
But the reality of the matter is, a lot of times it takes us to hit rock bottom in order
to
for
make
us
that
to move.
Right.
You know, it's sad, but that's just the reality of the matter. We keep holding on to hope that something will change or something will and become different. But sometimes God uses that to get us to the place where we need to move. You know,
take us out of that comfort zone that we've been in for so long, that you need to hit bottom in order for you to get out of that little shell you've been for a while. So
comfort zone is nothing. You get nothing.
You need a hug.
Oh, yes, I do.
You do.
Psych.
I can tell.
Shut up.
Yeah.
Shut up. Shut up.
Right.
All right, bring it in. There you go.
Big hugs. Ruby's on the screen.
Oh, it warmed my heart up.
And, you know, I just want to say rebellions are built on hope. I just want to say that because it was Star Wars line. Thank you.
What did you say?
Rebellions are built on hope. Oh, I got you right here. Bam!
Hey, Mama. We miss you.
So much.
We miss you so much.
So much.
What a decision. What a decision. That was, even with hope that, and I think for me, somebody had come to me a long time ago, and their approach was pretty harsh when it came to me getting into business. Like when I was in business, I was just kind of just in a little bit and not all the way in. He knew my talents, he knew my abilities, and he's like, look, you need to stop bullshitting around because somebody needs what you have. You're talented, you have a lot going on, and you need to just stop BSing around. And I took that approach, and I was like, I appreciate that. Damn. And I'm 30 some years old at the time, but I appreciated him getting in my ass the way he did with that approach. Because if you're passive about it, Jabron, shut up. If you're going to be passive about it and just say, hey, Lorie, you can do a good job, or Kevin, you can do it, high five, good luck whenever you decide to do it. And, you know, you may not do it, but sometimes you need that figure in your life that's like, get off your ass and get it done.
You need a kick in the ass.
That's when you sit there and you make the decision like, all right, I'll do it.
And that's what I need.
Yeah, I've been there. And I appreciate doing that because I do it for people who have issues with credit. Like I talk to men and women who are about to buy a house, not even married sometimes. Man or woman, one of them may have jacked up credit. And the other party is just like, well, I could just put it in my name. It's no big deal. And I'm like, why are you okay with that? I mean, that's a decision that you make in your household. I get that. But why are you okay with pacifying that situation with, oh, he or she don't need to take care of his credit? You know, why? Well, it's a decision on their household that they make that.
The D is real good.
Doesn't matter. The D is not going to
There's
get
no such thing
for a house. The D is not going to get you a house, a car, credit line, all that.
Thank you.
So we grown. No. The D ain't everything.
It ain't everything.
Wait, some of y'all acted is.
I could pull the drawer out for the D.
What?
Fear here.
Oh yeah.
Oh really? Oh really?
Oh really? So that's for people who are just making a decision in their households. Don't let your partner get away with, okay, they have stuff they got to take care of. Well, help them fix it. Help them fix it.
Mm-hmm.
Because I hear it on the phone when I'm talking to females. Let's see, how much can I qualify for? I'm like, you qualify for $200,000 by yourself. What are we gonna find? And if you all did it together, it could be double that.
Like, $200,000. Can you buy something in this area?
That's what I'm saying. Options change, but the thing is, you pacify old boy or girl at the house not fixing credit, so they can't buy together.
Oh, I got something for your ass.
Got something for your ass.
Why is that happening?
You never. And that's perfect. You'll never measure up. Mm-hmm. You can't with the D. I can't take the D to the bank.
Yeah, you can.
No.
Yeah, you can.
No.
20 years ago.
To the sperm bank.
I got stories.
Bank.
I don't want no parts of that. I'm trying to cash out.
You can take it to the sperm bank.
So this part of the year, this part of the year is good because everybody's in goal setting mode. Right? DM, right? Everybody's like, I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do that. All right, I'm gonna do a challenge for you guys, and it starts with you, ladies and gentlemen. All right, you ready?
So,
you open for it? Yes, it's not homework, but it's something that you can at least start your year.
Go.
And you all on Facebook too. So on a sheet of paper, front and back. The front side is going to be your 20, and I mean stretch yourself. 20 goals that you want to get done for 2018.
20?
20.
Okay.
Stretch yourself if you have, because a lot of times I got to number 7. I'm like, what else do I need to get done?
I already got like 14 on my board.
I got a job.
20. Go for more. Because you got more in you. You got more in you, G. So nice try.
That's your sales.
That's a big 20.
All right.
I wrote 100.
Kevin, you got it?
I wrote 100. I got 100 real goals written down.
You got 100?
Yeah, y'all ain't seen the group?
100 it is. Well,
yeah. I want to lose 1 pound in 2 weeks.
Stretch yourself.
I want to lose another pound in another 2 weeks. I want to lose the 3rd pound in about 6 weeks. I got 3 of them right there.
We got goals.
This is the year, and I'm going to be very transparent. This is the year I am definitely buying another home. This is the year I'm buying another car. This is the year I am making investments. It's different things going on. So you all think about what you're doing. Be very crystal clear. If you're buying a house, where is it? If you're going to fix your credit, when are you doing that? Okay? I had a conversation today with this guy. He was like, I want to invest in properties, but I need a line of credit. My credit score needs to be in. I said, well, what do you need your credit score to be, and what is it now? And he said, my credit score is 580. I need a 700.
I know they go that low.
I said, so you will be signing up for credit repair, won't you? And he said, I guess I am. I said, I'm going to do it with you. I'm going to do it with you because I've got a 670 credit score, all right? And I got about 2 things I got to get taken care of. And that will boost it up automatically. So I said, I'll do it with you. And just the sound in his voice was like, that's all I need to do is really get started. I'm like, yes, make the decision. It's not what's going to go wrong. Okay? So for me on my board, I've got starting things, where I'm going to live, all these different things, and how I'm going to make different pockets of money. So you got 20 guys. You got it?
Yep.
Kevin got 100, so he won. He's going to have a super year.
Oh, look, man. I'm so excited, man. I was on the phone with Justin, and Justin was like, hey, yeah, you did that. I got something to you.
Yours is delayed. It's delayed. You
got a delay?
Yeah.
Kevin always have a delay, man. I'm telling you.
It's because
You and Frederick.
Who's got the delay?
Got the delay. All right, so look, on the other side of the sheet of paper, so you got your 20 things of what you need to get done in 2018. On the other side of the paper, 20 things of how you're going to get it done.
You said, okay, so one side, 20.
What are you going to do?
20 goals, and on the other side, 20 ways.
How are you going to get that done? Yes.
One of those 20 goals?
Sugar daddy, sugar mama, sugar daddy, sugar mama, sugar.
Yeah, it may, you may have 3 things of what you need to do for one thing. It's not. It's just how you want to get the things done on the first page.
Okay, so basically you're just laying out for each one of the goals.
How are you going to do it?
How are you going to
have multiple
Man, it's not rocket science.
Hey, listen, I just want to make
You know he's going to try to detail every single thing. So we already know how he is.
We'll do it.
Can we buy some of those tickets? How much is that thing up to? Can we get some of those tickets?
What ticket?
In the lottery up to like
$1
gazillion. I can't even remember what it was. My mind is just going numb.
Listen, this is for y'all. This is for you. All right? You have to make the decision of how you're going to start this year and end it. And everything on that piece of paper could really be the start of it.
Right. So are we going to be posting these goals out on the Unleash Live group?
We will talk about it within ourselves. So we will make sure we're accountable for it.
Okay. I do. Just want to make sure.
Mia, what you think?
I'm good as long as men stop asking me questions.
Yes, please.
Love you too. Damn it.
You have some tough women in your life, Daniel.
Right.
It's not science.
Thank you.
Just write down the damn thing and keep it moving.
You know
For example, one of
now
mine.
y'all see why he got tears.
You're the one with the tears. Should be tears of my friends.
One of mine is make at least $20,000 a month. Okay. In order to make $20,000 a month, you got to get up early. You got to work out. You got to make some contact. So, like for one of my things on the front page, I could have 4 different answers on the back.
Right.
Got it?
Got it.
We got it.
We all got it, except for me.
Except for, yeah.
Get it up.
And revisit it every day. I'm serious.
Yummy.
Revisit it every day. Like when you eat your breakfast, you better take a look at your goals and see what the crap you were doing or not doing. That's called fulfillments. If you can fulfill that list, you're good. And I'm not saying everything on that list you're going to do every damn day. Of course not. But if you're doing a little bit, that's fulfillment.
Something towards.
Towards
right. Deal?
Yeah.
Deal.
Yep.
G, you really helped me out get the financial part set up. Little do you know. So you're a part of that. Thank you.
You're very welcome.
I'm diligent.
I just gave you some fake advice.
You gave me some free advice that I'm helping others with now, so I'm blessing others up. Fool.
There you go.
So yeah,
fool.
So I think we're good. I wanted to end out with a quote. The hell is that?
Some.
I don't want to say it. I don't even want to say it.
I don't know what's happening.
Oh my gosh.
Let us all bow our heads.
I cannot.
All right, guys, I'm gonna end out with the quote. When a man has put a limit
on that nigga.
Hush, hush. So fast. We're ending out. We're done. When a man has put a limit on what he will do, he has put a limit on what he can do.
Mm-hmm. Ouch.
Stop putting limitations on yourself.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Now, what were you saying, RJ, before you interrupted?
Got him.
I was saying throw some oil on that man.
Throw some oil.
They said he will burn up.
Oh,
hey man, remember the Bill was there. Remember
cup,
the female Bible?
Straight up.
What you got in that cup, Daniel?
Some lemonade.
He's done.
Okay.
Last.
Bucket.
White card lemonade.
So how did you all spend your New Year's Eve? Tell me.
I was in the bed, between the bed and the toilet, making love to that white porcelain god.
Too much information. Happy New Year.
Mm-hmm.
Guess the way you brought it in was the way you're going to finish it out.
That's just
Ouch. What you gotta say, OG?
Out of my soul.
Ouch.
Tough look.
Oh Lord, Jesus.
Kevin,
ain't worried about
you sick too?
I was in Northern Virginia, up there by Winchester. So I just kind of chilled out with some family up there. Just chilled out with my girls.
You've been kind of quiet today, so I'm surprised. You all right?
Yeah, I've been working, man. Like I'm working now. Like, I just don't stop. Like,
I know. I gotta do some work too.
See, y'all gotta understand. Doing a fast and a detox, a total Karate cleanse right now.
You about to be skinny. You about to look like this.
Man, like.
Can we get in the YN?
Yeah, I'm
I want to be skinny.
I'm just at peace right now, man. A great inner peace going on right now.
You're in a good place.
I'm just preparing for 2018 to be a magnet. You know what I'm saying?
Well, I need your energy. So you detox and do whatever you need, but I need your energy to come back.
Oh, like I'm losing my voice because I'm having so much mucus and toxins and all that stuff come out. So
man,
that's
you losing that voice because of that bad connection.
Your connection is bad. So going into 2018, we're gonna need you to work on that connection.
You gotta talk to Frederick about that, man.
I'm gonna talk to you because you are in the bad connection area. You chose to be in Frederick.
Man, my whole house in the bad connection. I'm in the bad connection city.
We're going to upgrade your plan for you, dog.
Look,
Even that needs a sweet spot or something.
I got the so-called top of the line internet.
Go outside, Kevin. Go outside.
Yeah, go outside. Wasn't that the sweet spot?
Yeah.
I'm on my laptop.
Go outside.
Outside the balcony doors. Outside.
I'm on my laptop. I'm not going outside the cold. Boy.
Put your hat on.
You ain't got to worry about me about that job. I'll be like, look, I'll talk to y'all tomorrow. Because it's nip tuck out there. I'm telling you.
Wendy, what did you do for New Year's?
Sleep.
You slept. Were you sick too?
Yeah. Been with antibiotics for 2 weeks now.
Good. You about to be all fixed up.
Oh, hell yeah. I feel fixed up already.
Your insides are all clean.
Yes.
Just like Kevin's right now.
But I got my energy though. So
you got that.
What you trying to say, Wendy? What you trying to say, Wendy? What you trying to say?
Get your spirit back up a little bit.
Get your mojo
I
back.
got my zen going on over here. You know what I'm saying?
We're almost done, Montel. RJ, what'd you do for New Year's?
You say Montel?
What did I do?
Yeah.
I probably had the best time out of everybody on this joint.
Were you sick?
Nah, I wasn't sick. I was sick in love all night.
Oh.
Oh.
What'd you do, Booski? What'd you do?
Miss Woodruff surprised me with a scavenger hunt.
Yeah.
Oh, that's awesome. That's awesome.
All over the city, had me all over the
Oh,
place.
isn't that love? Oh,
She unleashed all over the city, huh?
Yeah. And we had a lovely evening and went out to eat
Awesome.
and enjoyed ourselves to the utmost.
You went to Chipotle? You took her to Chipotle?
Nah, we ain't go. We went to the Carlisle.
I like Chipotle.
Look at her. Look at her.
I don't like Chipotle. I don't eat Chipotle.
Okay. All right.
It's too much information.
Yeah, so I had an excellent time. One of the best New Year's I've ever had.
Good job. Good job. Well, you keep acting up good. Might be a good Valentine's Day for you, too.
I know that's right.
Sip, sip,
Get their hands in that cookie jar.
Let me tell you about a cookie jar.
Oh, yeah.
Y'all taught me well. Y'all gave me all the tips on Unleash. Y'all taught me well what to do.
Hey, she's doing an excellent job.
I gotta practice on someone. So
you ain't getting no tips from us.
I need to find me someone to practice on because I'm too young for all of this nonsense.
You want me to practice on you, Wendy?
Oh, wait a minute.
Whoa! Let's.
I'll practice on you. See how she antibiotics are working, aren't they?
They need to be worked on.
Is this Unleashed live? Or
I'm
is
making
this
a decision.
Saturday Night Live?
We are making a decision here. So, yes.
Hey, look. Hey, Wendy, we about to go to Cancun. You want to go?
No. We have to buy her ticket, Will.
I am done.
What?
Jokes.
Better find a babysitter.
I'm ready.
Because we only hanging at the adult parks.
What is going on?
Anyway, it's 10 o'clock.
I'm Did I miss something?
I feel like.
All right, so everybody had a good time. Everybody's hat is on.
I missed something.
Everybody's hat is on. You guys had a good time. If you have any questions about making a decision, I will make sure I post everything in the thread so you can have all the tips of what to do. Plus,
Jabron, I can't.
it's awkward for me.
Throw the oil.
And yeah, I think that's it. So next week, y'all, we got a good topic. You ready?
I'm gonna hit the lead on that.
Boy, Jabron, dog.
What did he say?
Next week's topic is going to be when to keep a friend or ditch him.
Say that again.
When to keep a friend or ditch him.
That's a good one.
That's never been a problem right there. So go ahead.
When you end up getting arrested.
Let him go. What'd you say?
When you end up getting arrested.
Yeah, that'll be it.
Let him go.
That would do it.
For this week, as I said, making a decision could be about real estate. It could be about credit, decision making. Much of the coaching that I can help do covers all of that. So if it is something that you all need to cover, make sure you inbox me. And if there is, all of the folks that are online tonight, I will tag them. So if you needed to get in touch with them individually, you can get in touch with them individually. All right, you guys have a wonderful evening.
Good night, everyone.
Good night.